welcome back to my channel. This is my first tutorial back and also my first fall look, so if you want to see how I got it, then keep on watching. First, I am going in with this transparent tape and I'm going to be placing it on the back of my hand and pulling it off to make it a bit less sticky. Then I am going to be putting it underneath my lash line to create a straight line going straight back to my brow bone. And this is just going to help create a defined line, and that is exactly what I want for this look. It is really just a neat little trick, and you really want to make sure it's perfect, so take your time, and once that is on, then we are ready to get started. Going straight in with my Lorac Behind the Scenes eye primer, I'm just going to place that on my eyes and rub it in all the way from my tape up to my brow bone and into my inner corners. And we are just going to rub that in nice and steady. I love this stuff. Then going in with the Morphe Shadow in Cream Puff and the Morphe E30 brush, we are just going to be buffing that all over our lids and our brow bones and everywhere. It's really going to create a perfect base for the other shadows to blend into. Don't be afraid to be a little messy. Then, using the shade Caramelized from Morphe and the M504 brush, which is just a very, very fluffy blending brush, we are going to start from our outer corner where our tape is and blend that in, really creating the shape of this look. And we're going to go back and forth between both eyes just to make sure that it is absolutely perfect. We really want this color to stand out because all of the other shadows will be blending into this color. Really, you don't have to be afraid to go a little heavy-handed with this color because of the fact that all of the other shadows will be blending out into it. Next, going in with Caffe Macchiato from Morphe and the M505 Morphe brush, we are going to be focusing that on the outer edges of our eyes where our tape is and bringing it in just a bit so that the color shows, but not too much. We don't want this to be on the center lid at all. And then, of course, going back and forth to make sure that that color is pigmented and exactly how we like it. Next, I will be going in with the Morphe shade Deep Cocoa and the M411 brush, and I'm going to focus that color towards the tape and bring it into my crease just a little bit. I absolutely love Deep Cocoa because it is a dark brown and it has a red undertone to it, so it's not just a flat-out brown color. And we're going to be going back and forth to make sure that that is nice and deep on the outer areas of our eyes. And then, of course, going in with that original E30 brush that we started out with, we are going to blend that out and truly blow it out above our crease line. We really, really, really want to make sure all of these colors are nice and blended. So don't be afraid to take your time and go slow, go fast, do whatever you got to do, but blend until you really feel that you can't blend anymore. We're going to be going back in with Cream Puff and the E30 brush that we originally had used. And I am just doing this to soften up the look and kind of increase our blending. I want it to look truly blown out, and this was necessary because before this it was a little harsh. Then going straight in with Pink Moscato from Morphe. I absolutely love this shade because it is like a bronze, but it also has a pink undertone, like almost like a rosy undertone, and I think it's absolutely beautiful. I am using the G20 brush from Morphe, and I'm just packing it on the lid from the center of my lid into the inner corners. And again, I will be going back and forth between both eyes until the color is as vibrant as I would like it to be. You can use Fix Plus for this. I personally don't have any on hand, so I just winged it. And then, of course, as you already know, we're going to go back in with that blending brush to smooth out any harsh lines and edges. I will be using my Holy Grail Maybelline Blackest Black Gel Eyeliner, which I did off camera because it was a pain. And my absolute favorite part of all is pulling off that tape and seeing our straight liner and our straight eyeshadow line. It is such a neat trick and I do it all the time. Then I will be lining my eyes with the NYX Tres Jolie black liner, and I'm going to tight line and do my waterline, which is really hard to get on camera, so please forgive me, I look a little nuts. Then going straight in with my Maybelline Volumizing mascara, I'm doing a thin coat on just my top lashes right now. And again, this is a little bit hard to get on camera, so yay for mascara face. Now you can leave it just like this. I personally am going to put on false lashes. Before I do that, I always prime my face so that it is ready for foundation, and I'm using my primer water by Smashbox. Lashes really are personal preference, but I absolutely love them. So now that they are on, let's do the face. I am using a new foundation to me. It is the Becca Ultimate Coverage Complexion foundation. Anyways, it's a little light, so I do add my Cover Fix drops to them, and that really helps out the color. I'm still unsure how I feel about this foundation. I'm probably going to end up doing a solid review. But anywho, I'm just going to be plopping that all over my face until I look silly, and then I will be buffing it in with a foundation brush. Out of all of the foundation brushes I've tried, I think this one is my favorite. It's a random, and it was cheap, but I think it is truly my favorite. It really does flawlessly buff it into the skin. And can we just take a moment to admire how much those Cover Fix drops make my skin look flawless? Like, oh my goodness. Then going in with the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer, or Weightless Concealer, whatever it's called, I'm going to be putting that in my under eyes. And this is also new to me. You guys will see it in my haul and I'll do a review on it. But so far, I love it and it's a holy grail. I'm going to make a little fire on my forehead, take it down my nose onto my Cupid's bow and my chin, and then I will be buffing out only those areas with my foundation brush, and I will tell you why in a second, but we're just going to be blending that in and buffing it into the skin. Clearly, I love it so much. Then I'm going to be going in with this Morphe brush. It is called the Chubby Buffer online, but it is the M335. I love this brush because it truly does pack it in there and make it look flawless, really, and it doesn't take away. Like, my under eye circles do not show whenever I use this brush. Back in with the foundation brush just to blend a little bit more. I'm going to be using these two highlight shades from the Kat Von D Shade Plus Light palette and the M438 brush from Morphe to set that under eye concealer so that we do not get any creasing at all. We want it to look flawless all day, don't we? I surely do. Then straight in to bronze up the skin since I currently look like a ghost. I'm using the Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil bronzer and the Morphe M495 brush. This is an amazing fan brush and I love it so much for bronzer. I don't know what else you would use it for, but I use it for bronzer and it's amazing. There's no words. There's just no words. It's fluffy and luxurious. I feel like it gets the job done without it looking too unnatural, and I appreciate it. Then we're going to be blending that out just a little bit with our foundation brush just to make sure that we don't look muddy at all. Can you tell I love blending? Can you? Really? I'm going to be going in with this Mally blush. I forgot what shade it is, but I'll list it down below. This stuff is crazy pigmented, so you have to be very, very careful. Mally products are amazing, and I love them to death, but we're definitely going to want to blend out that blush because we don't want to look like a clown. I don't want to look like a clown. I don't know about you, but I know I don't want to look like no clown. And the glory of highlights. This is the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in Champagne Pop. Can we just take a moment? It is so gorgeous. I just can't. And I am using, what brush is this? This is the M509 brush. Just to put that on the high points of my face, you know, my cheekbones. I'm going to do it above my temples just a bit, just to get that sheen that I want. And then of course down my nose, Cupid's bow, and chin. I love this stuff. I could pack it on for days. Finally, we can finish off our eyes. We're going to go back in with Caffe Macchiato, and we're just going to dust that all over our lower lash line. And I'm using the M431 brush for all of these shades. Then we're going to go in with Deep Cocoa, and we're going to focus that just on the outer area of our lash line. We don't want to bring that in all the way because we don't want this to look too smoky. We don't want our eyes to look closed in at all. And then back in with Pink Moscato also, and we are just going to put that on the same brush and we're going to dust it all across to blend it in, and then back in with our blending brush just to blow those colors out just a little bit. And then of course a coat of mascara for those lower lashes, which is really hard to get on camera. Oh my gosh, I was struggling so hard. A NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream for my lips. I believe this is, I don't know, I'll list it down below. I can't even pronounce it. I'm not sure, but it is just a soft brown with a pink undertone, and it is gorgeous. And to top off this look, back in with Champagne Pop because I love it. I'm just going to be using my fingertips to press that into the corners of my eyes to complete this look. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial and got a little something out of it. If you are new to my channel, please be sure to subscribe, and I will see you all in my next video.